Hey everyone, Michael Rombiero here, founder of Mental Reroute, a digital-first AI strategy business. It's a pleasure to finally introduce myself live. I figured it would be nice for you to put a face to a name, but also for you to get to know the person behind the brand a little bit better. Needless to say that this is the first time ever I'm creating a video that's going to go public. And I also have to say that I'm hoping to, be generating content like this as often as I can. So stay tuned for what's coming. I'm happy to be here. I'm thrilled also to tell you that there are a lot of good things happening in the AI world right now, as you can probably tell. And even though I won't be talking about that in this video, I'm excited to share with you a little bit more about my already released first execution log. Most of the business advice you see online, it's either recycled, sugar-coated, or just noise. As I've mentioned in my previous posts, I'm not here for that. So what I'm doing is I am building a digital business from scratch. I am doing that in public, and I'm also documenting every single step of the way. So here's what I've done. I've mapped out a 14-month execution plan where the first milestone is to achieve 10K a month in passive income. Okay? So basically, for every week of work that I complete, I will release what I call an execution log. And that is a PDF document listing all the details you should know. Okay? So if you're trying to lift an idea off the ground, if you have a business idea, this is a perfect moment to start. Okay? And I'm talking about the wins. I'm talking about the mistakes I've made. I'm talking about the systems, the tools I used, literally everything. Okay? And here's the best part. These blueprints, they can be adapted to your own project, which is pretty cool. So if you want to build something for yourself, I'm telling you again, now is the time, and I'm here to help you do that. Additionally, it's important for you to know that you will always have straight access to me. I'm reserving a couple of few time slots every week to sit down with people to brainstorm ideas through a call, and anyone can just, if you feel like you're stuck in any part of the process, you can just reach out to me and we'll have a conversation. Okay, so that's why I'm recording this walkthrough, which is just a quick chat on my execution log 1, which is called Set the Foundation. Now, as a side note, for those of you who have a bunch of business ideas, but you're lacking on execution, okay, I want you to notice that I don't have any fancy cameras, I don't have fancy microphones or editing tricks. Life is busy, and finding time to do this is hard. But here's the thing, it's only hard until you actually get up and get things done, okay? So here's the big question, why even create logs? And the answer that I came up with was because building in public forces accountability, but it also brings transparency to a space where most people only share the highlight reel. And what I'm saying right now, you actually see it all the time, right? Influencers are showing off their new vacation spots, they're showing off their new cars, their houses, and there's nothing wrong with that if they actually earned it. In fact, I do believe that it can motivate people, okay, to want more for themselves, to make a name for themselves. But here's the problem. I find that spark dies quickly. It feels good in the moment, you get that hit of dopamine, but that goes away fast, and almost no one will actually take action. So think of it this way. Percentage-wise, what is the split differential of, for example, how many times have you, watched a motivational video, felt the spark, and immediately started taking actions on your own goals? Versus how many times have you thought, I really like this video, I like this book, I like this quote, I'm gonna save it for later just so I can revisit. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save for watch it later, and then you kept scrolling, you got distracted, and watch your screen time go up instead. So that's the kind of mentality that I'm trying to bring into this video, and for everyone who's watching, is like, that's why I wanted to create something different, which is a real-time blueprint for going from zero to a scalable digital brand. So it's not theory, not recycled startup advice, it's literally a practical book, one that I'm going through right now, one that anyone can follow, anyone can read it and adapt and apply on whatever it is that they're building. Okay, so in execution log, in execution log 1, I focused on the foundation, and that meant setting up the brand identity, choosing the right tools, establishing the social platforms, and creating the very first pieces of content. So this is the stage where most people overthink and stall. So instead of doing that, what I did is I moved quickly. So I got the logo finalized. I locked in the company name. I set up accounts across Instagram, Twitter, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Substack, you name it. And the goal wasn't perfection or going viral by any means. The goal for me was momentum, and that's a key word here. Okay, once you build momentum, that's going to give you confidence, and that's going to it will make you want to keep going. Okay, so that is a very important piece. And I have to say that I did use AI tools. I did use design softwares and scheduling platforms to get everything operational fast. And I built the visuals for Mental Reroute. I refined the messaging that I wanted to put out there, and started documenting everything that I was doing in Obsidian Notes, which is an app. And I had the idea of creating these PDF logs as well. So I have to say here that every detail matters, okay? Because if you don't nail the foundation, growing your business later becomes messy, okay? Again, if you don't nail the foundation of your business, growing it later, it becomes messy because it's not going to be something that's organized, okay? So by the end of week 1, I had all my core systems in place, and I was ready to start pushing out content, which was amazing. So what is the takeaway from all of this? The biggest lesson from execution log 1, if I had to say it, it would be for you to not obsess over polish in the early days. You just have to accept it. Things, they won't be perfect at the start, and that's okay. Later, I'm sure I'll probably look back and I'll be like, with the knowledge that I have now, I'll probably do this different. I'll probably do that differently. And that's just part of the process. That is totally okay. And instead of obsessing over polish, here's what I say. Obsess over systems. Why? Because systems scale. Okay? And in one of my earlier posts, I talk about what I call the high leverage matrix. And basically it boils down to 2 very simple but very powerful questions. And question 1 is, if you're building a business, question 1 is, does it scale without you? In other words, if you step away from your desk, if you step away from your business, from your facility, wherever that is, does the system keep running? If you step away, will the system keep running? So does it scale without you? Yes or no? Second question, does it compound over time? So what does that mean? Does the effort you put in today make tomorrow easier or bigger or more valuable? So when you frame your decisions this way, you avoid chasing shiny distractions. What you're going to do is you're going to prioritize moves that grow bigger without burning more of your time. So by documenting every step in these execution logs, I'm not only building a blueprint for myself, but I'm also creating a resource for anyone who wants to build smarter with AI. Okay? So if you want to follow along in real time, you can hit subscribe either here on YouTube, or you can check the full execution log 1 in detail, which was posted on Substack, because unfortunately I'm not able to post on any other platform of the platforms where I have any sort of presence. And you'll very likely find the link here in the description. And I have to say that for execution log 2, that is already in motion, and trust me, things are only going to get sharper from here. So stick around. I'll see you on the next one, and let's build a profitable business. See you later. Take care.